Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Richard Trevino II. I'm a speaker, consultant, and author of the Amazon #1 bestseller, Taming Turnover, Creating Company Culture Where Insurance Agents Prosper. And today we are doing an interview with the Ken Walls, who's just come out with his brand new book. And we're going to be doing an interview today. And he's going to be telling us a little bit about how he came up with the book, why he came up with the book, and what he expects it to be able to do for some people. Ken, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, and also tell us about your book.
Hey, Richard, I appreciate you having me on, man. So I'm Ken Walls. I'm the CEO of Client Solution Innovations. We're a digital marketing agency. We build ClickFunnels, we build websites, we do Facebook marketing and advertising and all kinds of fun stuff. And I've done that stuff for a very, very long time. So, I guess it was about 25 years ago, maybe, that somebody told me for the first time that I needed to write a book. And so I've always said, many people have told me since then, I've always said, yeah, I'm going to write a book. Oh, yeah, I'm going to write a book. And I just never did it. And then it was only a couple of months ago that I finally just had this, almost like this overwhelming premonition, or whatever you call it, that you need to write a book. And so I did. And I'm really, really excited. Can I show it?
Show us the cover. Show us the cover.
So, here it is, man. It's called Walls of Wisdom.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Cover looks good, man. Everything looks
good. Turning pain into profit. So there's the back cover of it. And as you know, you wrote one of the reviews, and I'm very grateful for that, man.
Absolutely, man. And I'll tell you, I'll be quite transparent with you guys. Listen, I was really looking forward to reading the book when Ken, you asked me to review it, check it out, to give you some input, as a writer, because I'm also a contributor for major publications, that are in the world. And so as I looked over it, I started looking through the whole book. I mean, I was really blown away. One, because we've been friends for a little while now, and I didn't know a lot of this stuff about you. And we're getting to know each other a lot better and stuff. And as I read the book, I learned so much about you. And now I think after reading it, I had a way better understanding as to why you are the way you are. I mean, and what I mean by that is this: you're very motivated. Yeah, you're a very motivated person. You're very headstrong. You're very clear about your direction in life, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what the outcomes are going to be. Not what they might be, but what they're going to be. And so as I read the book, and I had the privilege to be able to read the book before everybody else. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I meant everything I said in the review. So thank you for allowing me to be able to write that review. But so tell us a little bit about your book. What's the book about?
The subtitle is Turning Pain into Profit. Excuse me. The book's about a little bit about my life. And it kind of tells the story of how, I wasn't raised in the best of conditions, but, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think the adults in my life were doing the best they know how. Now that I have kids, it's like, I understand some of it, but, and then how I've gone through life and just made mistake after mistake, and taken chances and lost, and I became a severe alcoholic along the way, and lost a lot as a result of that. And it's about, really overcoming some serious setbacks in life, including alcoholism, and recovering from that, and moving forward, moving through all the stuff, and still achieving, certain levels, high levels of success in some cases, and so it's about that. It's about, learning how to take what life throws at you and not let it keep you down. And so that's what the book's about. It's a lot of my own experiences, and then some, I don't want to say magical formulas, because I don't know that there's such a thing as a magical formula. But it has some steps that you can take to immediately turn any situation around for yourself, for anybody that would read it.
Absolutely. I want to just rewind just a little bit here. You mentioned something right now, I think that is really important for anybody that would want to read the book. And it's the fact that everybody goes through stuff. You said, you know, you didn't have the best of the upbringing. You know, you didn't have parents that you know, that were, I guess, that they did the best they could, right? They did the best they could, as
Yeah.
most parents do, right? So, but it wasn't the best of environment to be able to maybe hit the successes that you actually have hit in life. But in spite of it all, you were still able to be extremely successful. But you still, as well, hit some, you know, really low moments in your life. But in spite of that, you still were able to push through, persevere, break through, and still overcome those things in your life. And I think that that's something that's going to be able to help a lot of people out there, because as people, you know, we all struggle with something. I don't care who you are, you know, it doesn't matter if you're the billionaire, the millionaire, the 100,000aire, or you haven't even hit six figures and you're just in the you know, the six or five digits, you know, or if you don't have any money, or if you're on welfare, it doesn't matter. From anybody from Wall Street all the way down to First Street and Main Street, it's everybody's got issues.
Yeah.
And I think the book is going to be able to help a lot of people out to see this redemption story. It's powerful, man. It really, really is powerful to have been able to read from the beginning to now. And I can't say until the end, because you're still doing some awesome things, man. So do you have a part of the book that you could maybe, you know, share with us a little bit, maybe read a small excerpt or something out of the book?
Sure, man. I'd love to. You know, I have chapter 9 in the book is things I've learned about people, and it's a rather lengthy chapter, but you know, I go through some important steps to getting what you want out of life, basically. And one of the most important things is what I'll read right here. And there's, you know, I don't even know how many steps I have listed in here. I should know that, huh? But there's a bunch of steps, 10 steps there. One of the most important steps, though, because again, you know, I stayed stuck in alcoholism for a long time. I didn't get sober until I was 34 years old, and that was 15 years ago, right? So, and I've been, by the grace of God and a lot of hard work and hanging out with the right people, I've been able to stay sober. And so,
let me ask you a quick question. So,
yeah,
being an alcoholic that long, when did you start drinking?
Man, it was, honestly, I don't know. I really don't. I know, it seems like I can remember, you know, like 7 or 8 years old, getting pretty drunk once. I remember at 12 or 13, maybe even younger, I was so drunk I was vomiting. So, you know, I talk about in the book, the very first time I got arrested, I was 12 years old, you know, so I was a bit of a little bit of a hellion, you know, but I you know, again, it's because I lived in what I believe a lot of people live in, and that's all these excuses that we make up. All of this stuff that we tell ourselves that, you know, well, this happened to me, so I can't do that, or you know, I don't have the money. I've been homeless, okay? I mean, literally homeless 4 different times. And the house I live in now, man, I'm telling you, I am not homeless. So, you know, I can just tell you that the people that live, and this is it. I'll read this out off of page 57 in my book. It's step number 8, and it's stop with the excuses. They're literally robbing you of having a magical life. If you see dirty dishes in the sink, don't make an excuse and put it off. Take care of it. If you see the trash, take it out. Yes, I know that there will be a tomorrow for you to take it out, but that's not the point. The point is that if you put off taking care of the little things, you will stay stuck in the pattern of putting off things. And then those little things turn into big things. So, you know, excuses, we all have those excuses. I've had them. I don't even know how many times I've used excuses. Millions, probably, right? And you know, one of the biggest things for me is learning how to stop making excuses and just take action. Take action. So, you know, that's, and then there's, you know, I talk about completing cycles of action in your life and getting things done, like taking the trash out or doing the dishes and doing, you know, and it's completing those little things.
You stop saying about the dishes thing, because my wife told me a little bit ago to go finish them, and
Go do the dishes, dude.
I'm still compelled to go, like, literally right now. No, but one of the things I tell you what that I really liked about what you just said a while ago about the steps. You said, there's, you give a list of steps, and they're not like magical steps or anything like that. And I think that's one of the powerful things as well, is that so many people have written books and guides and manuals and videos and all kinds. There's so much content out there, and I think somebody might ask, well, why should I buy your book? Why should I buy yours? And I'll let you answer that here in a little bit, but I want to add something to that before you do.
Sure.
I would say buy the book, get the book, invest. It's literally like the same price as lunch. Matter of fact, I think you're also going to be doing a promo deal for your launch date, right? Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So absolutely they got to get the book because, and I'll say this, that if you've heard a lot of other information out there, great. But guess what? If you're still struggling in those areas and you heard that information and you're still there with some of the excuses and still the reasoning of why and the self-doubt and you're not getting to where you want to, you might want to just hear another angle of this. I've learned in my personal development path and journey that sometimes you got to hear it a different way. It could be the same information, but if you hear it from a different person, a different source, and that person can relate to your life better than this other person did, sometimes it can trigger something in the subconscious and in your heart that allows you to feel that, you know what, I can do this. And so I think your story is powerful, man. But so why, give us a couple of reasons, 1 reason, 2 reasons, 10 reasons, it doesn't matter. But why should somebody buy your book?
I literally have no idea how to answer that. Is that terrible? No, I mean, look, I wrote the book for me. And it's one of the most therapeutic things I've ever done. But I also wrote it because I've had so many people over the years ask me to write a book and say, you need to write a book. And I think I literally say that in there. Like, that as I write the words on this page, I realize that it's because so many people, it's the universe has told me to write a book. But I truly want to help people. One of the things about me that a lot of people do know is, and a lot of people don't, is it's truly in my heart to help other people. I've met so many people. I'm doing coaching now, right? So I'm coaching, I'm doing business consulting, coaching, different things of that nature. And I meet so many people that get stuck. And I have this, I don't know if it's because of all the crap I've been through and I've put myself through in life, or what it is, but I have this innate ability to see where somebody's stuck and help them find their way out of that abyss that they've fallen into. So buying my book is going to help us connect. It's going to help you connect a little bit better with me, but I think it's also going to help a lot of people see where they're stuck in life and give them some easy steps to quickly get out of that and turn it around.
Exactly. And I think that's very powerful, man, because again, like you said, those steps that you give them in the book, they're actionable steps. They're things that they can literally do right now. As soon as they read it, like literally stop, make some notes, jot some notes down, some goals that you have, and take action now. And I think that's a very, very awesome thing.
And they can do it. They can do it quickly. There's a lot of people out there that are, like, I'm not saying you can go from the gutter to millionaire overnight, but you can go from the gutter to doing very, very well in what will seem like overnight if you just take some of the action steps in this book. Again, I've been homeless several times in my life, and it's always because of myself, right? But I've fallen into the poor me syndrome where I start feeling sorry for myself. I call it PMS, poor me syndrome. But like you fall into this trap of, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out of this situation, and you don't know what to do, and so you sit around on the pity potty and you feel sorry for yourself and make it worse. So there's actually some steps in this book that will teach you quickly how to turn that around and launch yourself into the stratosphere if that's what you want.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
so I would add to that and just say, look, if you all are looking to make a change in your life, if you're looking to change your direction, again, you may have heard things all over the world and all over the internet and social media and stuff, but listen, this is somebody that's been there, that's done that bought 2 shirts, a mug, and then a couple of other things while he was down there, you know. So yeah, exactly. So I would advise you, man, I strongly advise you get the book. It's not a long book. How many pages is it?
It's like 70, what is it, 72, 73, 73 pages.
Perfect. So
and the last page is all about how to get a hold of me. So
perfect.
How to connect with me.
You got to make sure, guys, get the book, get the book, get the book, get the book. I can't say it enough. Get the book, read it. It's a quick read. You can sit down with one sitting and be able to read that book, absorb what you need to. But I promise you this, it is absolutely a book that you're going to go refer back to for some reference and go back to some of those points that he was saying. So I'm sure we'll be putting here the link down below so you can be able to click on his link and connect with Ken. You absolutely want to do that. Ken, I know that from time to time you also are offering some free breakthrough calls as well. True?
Yeah, absolutely we are. If for anybody that goes over to kenwalls.com /coaching and you just enter your name, I'm doing a free 15-minute breakthrough call with anybody that wants to jump on a call and explore what's going on with their life. And now I have to limit it to 15 minutes because it's been a little bit crazy lately, but, and I do offer a coaching program that, again, it's limited, but I'm doing some coaching as well. So, yeah, man, yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. So listen, click on the link below. We'll have all the information there. Get in contact with Ken, get his book. His book will be coming out. When's your book coming out, Ken? You don't have the date yet?
October 6th.
October 6th. Awesome.
Yeah.
So the launch date will be then. Click on the link below, get set up, help him out, get the book during the time allotted that he's going to be giving you. All the information will be on there. He'll give you a reminder that day of the launch. So he'll be having a launch party. So get involved, support Ken. We want to make sure that he hits not just the bestseller status, but also hit Amazon #1 bestseller. And so we want to help him to do that. So help him to support his success with this book. We're all proud of him. We're happy with him. And we're just joyous that he was able to get his book out and is now a published author. Click on the link below. We'll get you all set up. And Ken, any final words you want to be able to leave with everybody?
I mean, dude, look, it's the problem with most people, I think, is they're not dreaming big enough. They're not dreaming big enough, and they're letting the stuff in the past hold them back. So, I hope that my book, honestly, I truly hope, in my heart of hearts, I hope my book just absolutely changes the lives of millions of people. I appreciate you having me on, brother. I really do.
Absolutely, Ken. We love you, brother. We wish you much success and best wishes on hitting #1 Amazon bestseller.
Thanks, Richard. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you too, bro.